Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Down to Earth Astronomy and to Elite Dangerous. Today we're taking a look at the exploration ships in Elite and to see which ship is best in the different price categories. Just as last time with the trade ships, I'm going to divide these ships into three categories. There's going to be the entry-level ships, which is the cheap ships under $1 million. Then we have the intermediate level ships, which is like kind of the everyday mid-range ships. And then we have the advanced level ships, which is the more expensive ship that you can buy and probably some of the best you can get. All of the ships, I'm going to compare some metrics of the ship, and all of the ships have been fitted with and the largest A-rated frameshift drive, a advanced discovery scanner, a surface scanner, a planetary hangar, and the largest possible internal slots have been fitted with a fuel scoop. And then, of course, all the other internal internal modules have been downgraded. So the power plant and the thrusters have been downgraded to the lightest version that you could fit on the ship for it to still function. But without further ado, let's go straight to the entry-level ships in this category. I have been looking at the Adder, the Cobra Mark IV, the Diamondback Scout, and the Viper Mark IV. We see here the Adder. It has a maximum jump range of 24.76 light years, so that's the maximum jump range with this setup and with a full fuel tank. Keep that in mind, this is with a full tank of fuel. Its maximum range, that's the range they can get without refueling, which is 122 light years, which is okay. Internal slots are a little on the low side because, as we talked about, you ideally, I think the two scanners, the advanced discovery scanner and the surface scanner is kind of mandatory. And if you go exploring, the fuel scoop is as well. So those are three of the internal slots. And I would, if you have Horizon, I highly suggest that you fit a vehicle hangar. But that leaves you with the internal layout we can see here on the Adder, that leaves you with only one internal slot left. And if you want maybe an extra fuel tank, could be nice, some cargo could be nice, maybe a shield generator could be nice, maybe an auto field maintenance unit could also be a very good thing to fit, so you can actually repair your modules if they get damaged, then you don't get stuck out there. But again, you only have, after the mandatory slots, you only have one slot left, leaving, you have to choose between all those things, what you deem most important. So it is a little low on the internal slots, but it is a very cheap ship of under 100,000 credits. So let's look at the Cobra. The Cobra has is a little bit shorter jump range, just over 22.5 light years. Maximum range is a little better though, so you don't have to refuel as often. But the internal layout is very, very good. I mean, you have, 8 internal slots. So even after you fitted the 2 scanners and used up the 4, what I would consider mandatory slots, you still have 4 left. So you can actually kit this out both with shield, extra fuel, field maintenance units, even cargo if you feel like you need that. So I feel like the extra internal slot here is a good trade-off for the little bit less jump range, and but again, it is a more expensive ship. So if you're very new to the game and money is short, I mean, it is 10 times the price. So yeah, if money is short, you can go for the Adder, but I would highly suggest that you at least wait for the Cutter if you're choosing between these two ships. So let's look at the Diamondback Scout. This should be a dedicated exploration ship, or at least scout ship. And it shows in the jump range, 27 and 1.15 light years. And also a very good maximum range. But again, the internal slots are very low. I mean, again, 2 scanners, fuel scoop, and a vehicle hangar. And there's nothing left. You will not be able to fit a shield booster or shield generator. No extra fuel, nothing. So if you're just going for something, maybe you're going for something that you just need to fly around in the bubble just to get around quickly, then the Diamondback Scout can actually be a decent choice if you're short on money, because you can get a lot of jump range without paying a lot of credit for it. Final ship is the Viper Mark IV. Similar jump range as to the Adder, a little bit better maximum range, and the internal layout here is again decent, with 2 extra slots after the 4 mandatory slots have been fitted, and price is almost the same as the Scout. So if we're comparing this to the Scout as an exploration ship, you lose jump range, you lose maximum range, and you gain 2 internal slots. And you get a larger internal slots if you get a class 4 instead of your highest being a class 3, meaning you can fit a larger fuel scoop, which is also nice. So in the entry level, I would definitely say the Cobra is probably the best choice. This is the most expensive ship, but I think it's the best choice for long-range exploration. So let's move on to the intermediate level ships. And in this category, we have the Asp Scout, the Diamondback Explorer, and the Asp Explorer. Now, remember that 2.3 beta is currently active, and in the 2.3 beta update 3, Frontier made changes to the Asp Scout and the Diamondback Explorer, and the stats that we'll be showing here are the stats for the updated ships. So these are the changes that hopefully will go into 2.3, but keep in mind that these data are taken from the beta server, so of course they are subject to change. But anyway, if you look at the same setup on an Asp Scout on the beta server, you get a maximum jump range of just over 30 light years, which is significantly boosted up from the 27 we had on the Diamondback Scout. Maximum range is also very good, almost 175. Internal slots, again, a little on the low side, 5 internal slots, but you do get that class 5, which is one of the upgrades that, or the buffs that the Asp Scout got. Was one of its class 4 internals was upgraded to a class 5, and the mass of the ship was reduced. So the price is 4 million, and again you will have 1 internal slot left for utilities that you feel like you're gonna need. But again, the jump range is very good, and the maximum range is also very good. But now let's take a look at the Diamondback Explorer. Remember, this has also been buffed in the recent update. Maximum jump range 37.23 light years. That's absolutely insane. That's a huge jump range. Maximum range without refueling is just over 230 light years. Very good internal layouts. One of the buffs was it got an additional class 2 slots, meaning that you now have these 2 class 2 slots you can use for your scanners, leaving you with 4 extra slots. One for the fuel scoop, one for the SRV hangar, the surface vehicle, and then you have 2. You have 2 slots left you can use for more fuel, cargo, field maintenance units, shields, whatever you feel like you're going to need. And if we compare the price to the Scout, I mean, the Diamondback Explorer have a better jump range, better maximum range, better internal layouts. The only thing that it lacks is it doesn't have that class 5 as you get on the Scout, meaning you're going to fit a smaller fuel scoop, so you're going to spend more time fuel scooping. But it does have those that 1 extra internal slot, which I think is very nice, and the price is about half the price of what the Scout is. Now, I think most people's favorite exploration ship is probably the Asp, and that is probably what people are the go-to ship for most people. And it would have been for me if we looked this before the patch. But if we take the stats up for the Asp, you can see the maximum range with the setup that I've been running here is 34 light years, still very acceptable, very good. Maximum range is a little better than the Diamondback Explorer. Internal layouts are very good on the Asp. You get a total of 7 internal slots, and the highest being a class 6, and you got the 2 class 2s for your scanners. So you can fit a very large fuel scoop, and you will still have plenty of room left for extra fuel tanks, so you can extend that maximum range, which will of course also hurt your jump range a bit when you carry extra fuel. But you also have plenty of room for the also field maintenance unit. But again, it is an expensive ship at 6.6 million credits. So keep that in mind. So when we look at the intermediate, I think the Diamondback Explorer is actually a good competitor to the Asp Explorer with this recent buff. I mean, yeah, you don't have the same internal layouts, but if you're going for a budget exploration ship, I mean, the Diamondback Explorer is a good ship, and it's definitely something that I'm going to look into trying to use in the future. Because now let's move on to the advanced level ships, and in this category I've only looked at 2 ships, Python and Anaconda. The reason why, to be honest, that I included the Python is because I had to have something to compare to the Anaconda, and the Python was really the only ship that was even close to being acceptable as an exploration ship. Many of the other high-end ships or very expensive ships in the game are not really that good for exploration. So you can kind of guess which way this is going, but let's look at the Python regardless. 26 or almost 27 light years as maximum jump range, which is down to worse than the Diamondback Scout that cost $500,000. So jump range is not that good. Maximum range is 186 light years, which is only slightly better than the Diamondback Scout, which was at the intro level. Now the internal layouts are very good on this ship. Plenty, you're getting more internal slots here than you will ever need on an exploration ship. I mean, after you filled your 4 mandatory, you still have 5 slots left. I cannot see what you would use 5 slots for on an exploration ships over the 4 mandatory slots. And for a price tag of 56, almost 57 million credits, I feel like the Python is a little bit expensive for what you get, at least as an exploration ship. Trust me, the Python is good for many other things, but exploration is not one of them. So let's look at the Anaconda. 37.67 light years. Now, the Diamondback Explorer was 37.23, so this is only like, less than half a light year longer. It's basically the same as the Diamondback Explorer. The maximum range is 53, almost 54 light years, which is worse than the 231 light years on the Diamondback Explorer. The internal layouts, of course, in the Anaconda is again very, very good. That class 7 slot can really be helpful to get a large fuel scoop in there. And again, you're going to have more internal slots that you're going to need. You probably will end up leaving spares. So again, price tag is 146 million, or almost 147 million credits. So when we look at the advanced level ships, I would definitely say the Anaconda is the best ship. And again, before this 2.3 update, I would also have said that the Anaconda is the absolute best ship you can actually get for exploration because of that long jump range. But now with the Diamondback, Diamondback has almost the same jump range. It has better maximum range. The only thing it lacks is those internal slots. But I think, again, this ship is almost, I think 8, what am I looking at here? Almost, almost 180 times or something. I mean, the Diamondback Explorer was only 1.9, and this is 147. So it's like 80 times as expensive to buy an Anaconda as it is to buy a Diamondback Explorer. So, in my opinion, do you get a ship that's 80 times as good? No, you don't. But again, you know you've got to pay a premium to get the absolute best ship there is. But I kind of feel like the Diamondback would actually be the best exploration ship that there is, even though the Anaconda is a fairly good ship as well. But anyway, thanks a lot for watching. I hope you found this video interesting and useful. And if you did, consider giving a like down below. And remember to subscribe to the channel. And until next time, I will see you guys in space. And remember guys, tomorrow I have my 1000 subscriber live stream. It will be here on YouTube at 2100 GMT plus 1. There will be giveaways, there will be silly stuff in Elite. So tune in for that, and you can already enter the giveaway in the link in the description down below.